my guess is, and gut feeling is, just a matter of not running up the score for Clayton, because right now that's what they can do. But you continue doing that, Wesley, what's going to happen? Princeton's going to be right there. They're going to start shooting the ball better.
And as we go into the fourth, quick statistic, the Lady Comets' last win last Friday night, only 29-16 over Wake Forest. A low-scoring game. We're ready for the fourth, 7:52 on the board here in the Deacon Jones Gymnasium. Comets basketball rolls on. Varsity men's action coming up next. Comets are the away squad. They're wearing blue on black with white numbers to match. Home squad is Princeton with white on blue numbers and gold and blue numbers to match. Shot goes up by Howard, going in for two, and it's good. Dariana Howard, 6-foot freshman, going in for two.
22nd point for Howard so far in this ballgame. And there's still a whole nother quarter to go here.
And a turnover by Watkins. Watkins going to carry it on her own, and she lost the ball.
Oh.
Literally was ready to carry it to the house on her own, and she turns it over. It'll be Princeton basketball. As Nelson puts it back inbounds to number 10 of Wooten. Wooten sets it back to Braswell. Braswell back to Wooten. She's under pressure, and a steal by Howard. Came out of nowhere. Can you say interception on the court? Going for two, whistle and a foul coming up, and she's going to go to the line, Trey.
I guess that's just, once again, hustle play by Howard, who already has 22 points here, and they're going to move all their players back as Howard be by herself for the Clayton Comets. But, again, it's just hustle play. It's just to be more aggressive down low. And once they get that open lane, we see it's been effective for Clayton.
Howard came out of nowhere like you see on Saturday or Sunday football and gave it a nice interception. Took it all the way to the house, went for the layup on her own and got fouled. Misses her first free throw shot. She's at the free throw line to go for the deuce. Second shot coming up. Subs coming in with Woodall for Princeton in a moment, and she'll nail her second free throw. So Haley Woodall, the senior forward, she'll come in now, one of the captains of the Bulldogs. And 15 will take a rest, 7:09 here in regulation. And one of the things we saw, Trey, was bottom line, Princeton looked fatigued. They looked drained. They looked tired. And it showed at the end of the third.
Yeah, again, a lot of hustle by Princeton. And, again, like you said, it's starting to show as they're moving. They're still quick. It's a fast program. And just for that example right now, saves the ball from going out of bounds, but throws it to Howard, who goes up against Wooten, and she's going to be fouled hard.
Fouled hard to the ground.
I think Wooten just got tired of running.
Howard. Wooten just got fouled, but Howard goes to the line. Another foul on number 10. A foul on number 10, Meredith Wooten. This will bring Dariana Howard to the line, and she's going to shoot two, Trey.
Yeah, Wooten has 2 fouls, and with being as aggressive as Princeton is, they're still a good defensive team, and that's what keeps them in these ball games. Again, 5-1 on the season, but that's what's keeping the ball game. They have great defense.
New player coming in for Princeton as Cook will take a rest. Number 21, Kaylee Klein. The sophomore forward will come into the game now. 6:40 remaining in regulation. 41-18. Howard to the line. She'll shoot for a second. No good. Give it back to Princeton with 5 players ready to go. In tow. On the Clayton's defense was Washington. Everyone else is on the other side ready to defend the basket. When Princeton got there. Shot going up. Going for 3. No good. On her own rebound. Punched in the mouth. Went Wooten.
Oh.
They're going to call foul.
Oh, it should be on Eves.
Yeah. Foul on Delaney Eves, 5'10", power forward junior. And Trey, she took a shot to the mouth there. Wooten did in 10.
Yeah, it was out of bounds situation. Kind of a late call by the referee. We thought they were going to let it go, but he did call it after everybody got set to run. That's when he kind of stopped it. But it was definitely a foul by Eves, and it kind of played it off one of those situations where maybe it's not a foul, but it really is.
Hedinger will take a rest. And we have a new Comets player on court, number 30.
I think a young fan over there just got embarrassed. The ball hit him in the face. And
I saw that.
The fans would let him know it.
We got Santa Claus in the rafters, too. You better be good, for goodness sake, here in Princeton.
My old drive-through days there.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Excuse me?
I used to sing that in my drive-thru at Bojangles back at the beach.
Okay.
That's exactly right. Back in Myrtle Beach.
Wow. 5:55 remaining in regulation.
I think our sales.
So you sang on the. You sang on the Christmas on the drive-through machine, and I normally practice announcing on the drive-through. Yeah. Welcome to Bojangles. Can I take your order? It was. And of course, Bojangles is in no way a sponsor for CRN,
but they can be.
They can be if the price is right.
That's right. 25 points now for Howard, as once again the Clayton Comets are looking to get it back on the basketball court or on the point thing here, and they do. They're just hustle play by
basket's good by number 30. Number 30 for Clayton. What a great job there.
I don't even have number for 30. That's a brand new one there.
Number 30, yeah.
They call a foul once again on Delaney Eve. That's going to be her third tonight. And number 12, and Julie Clement will come into the ball game. Out comes number 30.
Number 30 will come out of the game. Big question mark on that young lady. We don't know who it is.
Wooten has the basketball, gives it over to Woodall, and Tip inside puts it up for the two. It's going to be good. Woodall, number 14. That is her fourth point tonight.
Good job for Haley Woodall. Clayton back up court now, but Julie Clement handed it back to Washington. Washington to Watkins, top of the key, two-lady pressure as we're in the final period of play. 45-20, all the way to the other end of the court. Howard set up to Clement. Clement sets up now, looking for three, thought better of it, goes back to Washington. Washington going to Watkins. Watkins stops and lets the clock go. A couple more seconds tick away. Now hot potato begins again between Washington and Watkins. You take it. No, I'll take it. No, you take it. No, I'll take it. Now where nobody will hold the ball again. Washington's very known at doing that as she goes to
and they're
backcourt violation.
They're not going to call a foul on her.
Yeah.
And I think the referees are getting tired of them just holding the ball, to be honest with you.
So a half-court violation on Washington. And we'll give the ball back to Princeton. Turns it over. Woodall going to Wooten. Wooten to Woodall. Woodall going to Wooten again. Back to Woodall. Woodall shooting. No good. Going back up again. Is in for two. Number 10, Meredith Wooten. And the Wooten-Woodall show continues for the Bulldogs here at Princeton. 4 minutes here remaining in the regulation of the fourth. Clement looking for Washington, going to Howard, and a travel called on Howard.
It's just a situation right now. Again, there's two opportunities for Princeton to be called on the foul. One, the backcourt violation that wasn't called, and right here, Wooten just slapped the hands of Eves, and they gave the ball away for traveling against Clayton. So I think they're just letting them play out right now. And unfortunately, it is a 23-point game. So with only 3:54 remaining, so technically there could be Princeton still in this ball game with a good run right here and good defensive stop. But I think the referees are seeing the kind of the light at the end of the tunnel. For sure. 45-22. Yes, the inevitable is happening, so to speak.
Nelson going back to Wooten. No, for three. Goes off the backboard almost, and they're going to call out of play. Give it to Clayton. I love their effort.
Oh, yeah.
I love Princeton. I love the Lady Bulldogs' effort because they're trying, but it's like, have you already dug yourselves in a hole that you just can't seem to get out of?
I mean, they're a good ball club.
Yes.
That's not what we're seeing now. Yes, it's a 23-point game, 45-22 with only 3:30 remaining. Washington, once again, gets back out to the half court, and they're just going to let them play.
And we know Marlon Lee will tell you, don't take these teams lightly.
Oh, no.
The records, anything can happen in any given Friday, Thursday night, whatever. Anything can happen. Clement goes back to Washington. Washington, half court. Go ahead.
I don't have the time of play for each program, but out of 8 minutes a quarter, they have it, at least 30 minutes or 20
more
minutes
of the possession goes towards Clayton. You're exactly right here. As they are letting the clock run down again by beating and pound the ball on the ground. Back to Clement. Back to Watkins. Watkins to Clement again. Setting up to Washington. She about lost it at midcourt. Saves it. Turns over the ball. Saved by Eves. Eves goes to Washington again, and they're going to start fouling. Looking. Slamming. Bamming. To the ground. 10-3 for a second. Thought they were in a WWE ring between Wooten and Washington.
That's 3 fouls against Wooten so far here, strictly in the second half.
Meredith Robertson coming in the game, the forward junior at 5'10". Eves will take a rest. Washington will go to the line, Trey, and she is going to shoot 2. And it was getting physical there for a moment.
Oh, yeah. I mean, again, when you have two teams that are being aggressive, as both teams are, you're going to get that. And no harm done. I mean, no animosity for each player. That's not what we're saying. But, again, Princeton is just worn out. It's a fast-paced team in Clayton, and they're holding the ball. I mean,
I was going to say that. Yeah. And then you got a team like Clayton that is up in front, big lead, 20-plus points, just holding the ball, not making an effort to do anything. You get frustrated.
Yeah.
You see all the effort being done as Wooten gets fouled, double-teamed by the Comets, and I think there's not a foul. There's a timeout called. We'll take a radio timeout, too. 2:25 remaining in regulation. Comets trying to bring this one home here in Princeton.
Sportsmanship. It means a lot of things.
It means showing respect for the opposing team.
And being a good host for our visitors.
It's about modeling good behavior and not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.
It's about winning with humility.
Losing with dignity.
It is about making my high school games.
It's a good memory that I can enjoy for years to come.
Mr. Official.
Mom.
Dad. Son.
Daughter.
Coach. Are we in this together?
Sportsmanship. Together we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
This is CRN, the Community Radio Network, the voice of the community, the voice of anything sports, and proud to be the voice of the Comets. Follow us at crnsports.org. Now let's get back to the broadcast coverage on CRN. And now back to live coverage right here on the Community Radio Network, the home of your Clayton Comets.
I hear Rocky.
That's right. I see you got a little excited on that.
I hear Rocky. Trying to get them pumped up here to the home stretch. 46-22 here on CRN. Steal by Washington like a thief in the night. Out of nowhere, but just cannot seem to seal the deal. Took it away like candy from a baby, not even on Halloween, but in Christmas. And couldn't put the basket in, but Wooten comes back for the Bulldogs and puts it in for 2.
Good shot. She wanted all that by herself. She had Wooten on the left-hand side, but she did the effort. She's going to take that 2-point shot.
So Howard with the ball. Marlon Lee and the Comets looking to go to 6-2 tonight, 7-2 on the season before the Christmas break. For the Bulldogs, they'll fall to 5-2 on the year, and their second straight loss in a row, losing to North Johnston last Friday the 13th.
And North Johnston's a 1A program as well. So it's still although Clayton's
Clayton's the 3A bracket, and Princeton's 1A. And they still ain't played conference play yet. They don't play conference play until after the Christmas break.
It's funny you said it 3A because, back when I was there, back in my senior class, we went up to 4A.
Yes.
And so now back in the 3A. So it's gets a little complicated there.
Clayton has been in the 3A, dropped down to 2A, back to 3A. They were at 4A at one time, and then they dropped back down to the 3A bracket. Final 90 seconds under remaining here in regulation. It is a 20-point game, 46-26 here at Deacon Jones Gymnasium. The varsity men are coming up next as Howard and Watkins continue to play hot potato with the ball with one another. Howard goes now to Washington, and they're going to turn it over and give it to Wooten. One wrong slip, and Wooten was ready to capitalize as she got slammed to the ground, and the Comet players did as well of Watkins and Howard. Whistle and a foul. And we got new players coming in for the Bulldogs.
As well as
23's coming in of Gowdy. 50 of Ellis. Number 23, well, I mentioned her already. Number 12 of Radford. And number 11 of Cook. They're all coming in.
New players. Moses is the only one that stays out there.
Atkinson, 32. Forgot that one. There we go. Under a minute remaining here in regulation. Clayton ready to win this one on the road and get ready for the Christmas break. They will play in the Christmas tournament against Garner, or against at the Cleveland Christmas tournament. They were the runner-ups last year to that, Trey. We called that game the Rocky Mount Gryphons. I got a good memory. The day my memory goes, I'm in trouble.
Ain't that the truth?
34, Robertson with the ball. Sets it up to Clement. Clement under pressure on defense by Radford. Goes back to 30. No name.
Yeah. The one thing about what impresses me about Marlon Lee, yes, there's a lot of hot potato going on, but he doesn't like running up the score.
No.
And against a 20-point game. So he's like, there's no point of scoring. Why?